Hey guys, it's Jack here, and thank you for watching this special video game review of the BigJackFilms reviews, and don't forget to support our Patreon. Just $1 or more will get you access to all of our content, as well as other special features. But of course, I want to give a few thank yous for people who helped out in this episode, including the Hardcore Kid. If you guys want to go check out his channel, link down below. He's actually a pretty cool reviewer. But this episode is mostly dedicated to my two cousins who, quite frankly, without them as a young kid, I would have never have gotten into video games. They were essential parts of my childhood in going to play the Super Nintendo. Without them, I would not be doing this episode. So again, a special thanks to those two for essentially giving me a childhood with video games. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the show. And to my cousins, this one's for you. The following is a fan-based video review under fair use. Aladdin is owned by Walt Disney Pictures, the Walt Disney Company, Nintendo, and Capcom Games. Please support the official release, gaming purchases, and streaming services. Within the caverns of the island lay dormant scriptures of an armored hand. The King's Gauntlet.
We found quadrants in the jungle ruins of South America.
We can't take the risk of our enemy getting there first. I'll have an expedition planned ASAP. I think I know just the guy to call.
This was no mere chance meeting.
That gauntlet needs to be found. I sense war is brewing in the darkness.
I want you to contact Isaac. Get him to send you the contact information for BigJackFilms. If whoever did this to me is who I think it is, then we need to prepare ourselves in case he tries this on any more of us.
The invasion can proceed faster.
It will take time to replicate more, now that we're on high alert here.
Follow me to the year of 1992, when Disney was ahead of their prime. When Capcom reigned supreme and Nintendo advanced to the greatest video game of all time. Aladdin the game, it's not at all lame. It teases and excites, take off and take flight, it's such a good game. Aladdin on SNES, Socket Genesis. So much fun to play, come now spend the day, upgrade from the NES. Jump and glide, flip a sword, you won't ever get bored, and your apples will have perfect aim. Come on down, stop on by, pick a controller and fly to Capcom's Aladdin the game. These musical numbers are getting way out of hand. Salam, my beautiful viewers, and welcome back to the Big Jack Films reviews. Please, come in closer.
No, too close, a little too close.
Oh, there. Man, even my camera work's getting out of hand. Anyway, you know what? What could be said about Aladdin? For those who are not aware, what kind of cave of wonders are you hiding in? Aladdin was Disney's 31st animated feature of 1992. The year I was born, actually, how about that? And tells the classic story of the Arabian Night of Aladdin, a lone street rat who, with his trusty Megatron voice Abu, stumble into the Cave of Wonders and find a magic lamp unleashing the powers of a genie, voiced by the late legendary comedian Robin Williams.
Right here, direct from the lamp, right here for your very much wish fulfillment.
And with 3 wishes in hand, he pretty much asks to get laid to one of Disney's hottest babes, Princess Jasmine. And I can't really blame Aladdin for wanting such a wish. I mean, this scene alone was enough to transition me into a whole new world.
I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
Disney just doesn't make animated classics like they used to. The Adventures of Steve Hale battling with Cobra Saruman was of course a smash hit with its iconic songs, adventurous tone and action scenes, and of course Robin Williams stealing the show as the Genie, which more or less leaves a major shadow over the live-action remake. I mean, Will Smith is the Genie?
Ooh, I wish. Little monkey with the lamp trick. Never seen that one before.
Yeah, if he started doing a cover of Switch but with Wish, I'm out. Because when I think of rapping Genie, I instantly think...
You know the rules. Now comply.
Should've gotten Ryan Reynolds, Disney. Would've played it safe with a blue Deadpool at least.
Out your fucking mouth!
But regardless, the original animated classic was so popular that merchandise was definitely in order. And some of which went against Robin Williams' contract. Seriously, there's a ton of video essays about that controversy. By the way, side note, merchandising-wise, do any of you remember the Disney on Ice show they had of Aladdin back in the early 90s? Because I strangely do, and it was really fucking weird. The Sultan looks strangely accurate to the movie, and Raja looks like he's made out of cardboard. This man should not be around children. I think the smoking camel is more suitable. Oh hey look, 3 ninjas. Jafar is terrifying! Look at that face! I think in this post, this guy has made a terrible mistake being in this show. Even Jasmine over here is like, called the police. Okay, to be fair, the Cave of Wonders set looks actually kind of cool, although I don't know why Gandalf is here. I think Aladdin ended up on the wrong set.
You shall not!
See that face? That face right there? That about sums it up. Although Jasmine looks like she just smelled one of Jafar's smelly mustard gas farts. And she's not happy about it. I wouldn't be too happy either. That genie is terrifying! I don't think Aladdin wants to be here. The genie wants to suck your soul! And of course, with the success of the Capcom Disney games on the NES, it only seemed natural that Aladdin gets the same treatment. So does this game deserve a praising review after almost 30 years of existence? Or does it deserve to be banished into a black lamp as Jafar was in the movie? Well, let's rub this magic lamp of a cartridge and find out. This is Aladdin on Super Nintendo.
Forbidden treasure!
Capcom, save me! Oh yes, this game's gonna be awesome! Alright, well, nostalgic goosebumps aside, story-wise, the game follows the movie to a T, as you of course play the title character of Aladdin, swinging from buildings and obstacles through levels, and not to mention jumping onto guards and enemies. The first thing I need to compliment is how expressively comedic this game is. So many of the characters have the funniest over-the-top reactions to things, most notably the guards. I keep forgetting how hilarious this game is. Why do they have such goofy, over-the-top falls? It's like they're trying out for a Goofy cartoon! On top of that, where the hell do they go? Even on a flat Earth ground, they still look like they're falling from a massive height. Okay, I know it's a little late, and this meme is kinda dead, but fuck it, I'm doing it. impressions from the other townspeople are funny as hell, like this guy who you violently assault.
You motherfucking son of a bitch, what the fuck?
When you die as well, your sidekicks are so shocked when you're defeated. I mean, look at Abu and the Genie. They both look like they just watched Iago's stand-up routine.
He inserts his thumb inside me, rotating it around and around, stroking the front wall of my vagina!
So yeah, you start off in the streets of Agrabah, of course, through surprisingly 4 stages, which for the first level is pretty long, to be honest. But thankfully, one of the biggest compliments comes into the game. The controls are fucking brilliant. Given this is one of the first video games I've ever played, the controls are easy to pick up and play without any fault. In fact, I played this game so much that I've managed to memorize the controls as natural instincts. So as you run, jump, and climb on several obstacles, the one thing you always want on hand to make gameplay easier is this blanket you use as a parachute to glide and land on platforms a lot easier. Kinda reminding me of what Maggie said to Peter and Hook.
It's a hug. Next time you fly, you won't have to be scared. She's made you a parachute.
If I'm a maggot burger, why don't you just eat me?
One of the better stages on level 1 is on the rooftops of the streets, just for the beautiful view of Agrabah.
Well, it's not much, but it's got a great view.
Just showing the symbolism that while you're on the first stage, you've got a grand adventure ahead of you to get there. So yeah, the graphics are nice, the gameplay's pretty smooth, and it's overall a great adaptation of the movie. Makes me wonder what else these guys at Capcom worked on.
Resident Evil.
Holy shit.
It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it!
Another thing to grab, of course, are these 1-ups and pink orbs that'll give you extra lives and even advance your health along the way. I even love how after you complete a stage, Abu just eats an apple like Bugs Bunny in the beginning of the old Warner Brothers logo. Once you get to stage 4 of level 1, you're in for the first boss with the street mercher from the movie, who, if you remember, was gonna cut Jasmine's fucking arm off! Holy shit! But rather than smooth-talking your way out of it like in the film, Aladdin's all like, "What up, fat fuck? I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and tap that princess ass. Let's go!" Hassan Shah! And once you get down the patterns, he's pretty easy to beat. Once he strikes his sword, you just jump on his head about 5 times, and he goes down into the pits of hell like all the other people you murder in this game. Again, I love how comedic Abu is in this game. While you're doing all the hard work, Abu up top is looking like he's in an 80s Rocky training montage. Yes, 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 yes. After an impressive cutscene for the time, the next level is the Cave of Wonders, and in some instances, the difficulty is already starting to evolve. The first level was pretty much a training ground to get used to the controls and acrobatic nature of the game, and in level 2, this is where your gymnastic skills are definitely needed, as you're constantly swinging off collapsing spikes and flipping off stone mounts. God, you'd be giving Kelly from the Lost World a run for her money.
School cut you from the team?
Also, one thing that is a major help through the game is a chest with the iconic flying gold scarab that you need to catch. It's in 1 stage per level, and once you end the stage, it'll give you a wheel of fortune which the genie can spin to supply you with extra lives, credits, and hearts. Normally I try to get the Genie logo when I can because that gives you a lot more. Also, I love the Genie's victory smile here. Although, from a storytelling perspective, this doesn't make much sense, because I don't remember the Genie at all popping out of a scarab. Doesn't he pop out of the lamp? And plot-wise, we haven't even met the Genie yet, so this is really confusing and... fuck it, the Genie's just so happy to see us.
Ow! I'm swimming!
While the first stage might be tricky, the second stage is a major bull kicker. First off, Abu and Carpet literally fly off and leave you to fend for yourself.
What the hell, you fucking assholes?
Damn it, Abu, this is why I sold your mother for bushmeat at the marketplace. Anyway, this level I found to be a little tricky, having to jump on logs, avoid bats, and lower down spikes. But once you get through it, you get to the entrance of the lamp, where they decide to go all Raiders of the Lost Ark on your ass as you jump over a set of boulders to get to the lamp. But then Abu's gotta fuck it up and send you to the hardest level of the fucking game. Way to go, a-hole! And yeah, this is where the game just kicks the shit out of you, and a lot of people have pointed out how hard this level is, so I'm just gonna make this short. The first stage isn't that bad of a challenge given it's like most levels in a game, but the challenge comes from the camera and constant panning, which isn't too bad. I mean, most games have these kind of levels. But the real piece of Raja cheese is the second stage, flying on the magic carpet and dodging rocks and a lava tidal wave. This is where you need a lot of patience to know exactly when to move at the right time. So yeah, this part of the game is practically impossible. Even at full focus, I don't think I can ever be able to beat it in one set. Okay, given I've played this game more times than I can count, I'm pretty used to it at this point. But if you're a newcomer, you're gonna get stuck on this level for a while.
Alright, you bad boy, but no more freebies.
In fact, I'm actually just gonna play this level again just to tell you how fucking hard it is a second time.
Ah, you fucker! Fuck! 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 Damn it! Ah, damn it! Fucking god damn it, cocksucking! I can't take it anymore!
There are times I can beat this stage and other times I can't. It'd be easier to avoid the sandstorms of Imhotep than this mustard fart from Mustafar. As Honest Trailers easily put it,
the hardest level in the Super Nintendo game.
So fuck it, if you get stuck on this level, you're gonna have to use a password to get past this shit, which thankfully is very easy and kind of fun in its own right. All it is a set of characters from the movie, and if you write them down or look them up online, they're easy to unlock.
Oh, you can't cheat on this one. I can't help you unless you make a wish.
Thankfully, I have them all locked in my head from how many times I played it. Well, while we're on the subject, let's take a look at the manual for the game that I happen to own. It's the coolest ride on video. Unlimited replays. Aladdin on home video cassette is available October 1st. Disney, never stop being corporate shell fucking whores. Now we get to one of my favorite levels in the game, the Genie level. And holy hell, it has the song Friend Like Me to a T. How many times I've sang along to this while playing this part. Mr. Aladdin, sir, what be your pleasure be? Let me take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. This would also be a good time than ever to mention that the music is fucking awesome. It captures the essence of the movie 100% perfectly, and that's no doubt thanks to the artists at Capcom. Honestly, I'd say Capcom has probably made the best video game music at the time. I mean, these guys are the same folks behind Street Fighter and the Disney afternoon games on NES, and would later compose one of the most rockin' video game soundtracks of all time with Mega Man X.
Hail the conquering hero!
But that's another story, so back to the Genie level, which is not only a major acid trip with its visual level designs, but it's downright hilarious with the many forms of the Genie. I'm not sure if Robin Williams had any input on this level given he's a big video game fan. Hell, he named his daughter Zelda and even did a few promotions for the game.
Well done, Zelda, but you have a lot to learn before you become a master.
But the stages really capture the tone of humor about the characters, the Genie, and Robin to a T. So yeah, this is honestly my favorite part of the game, and okay, I kind of fucked up this time, but let me try it again. What the okay, maybe this time it's something. Oh, Jesus, whore! What the hell? I used to be so good at this part, now I'm sucking ass! gonna come out and say it. This part is harder than the lava tidal wave level. How is that even possible? So many people I know got stuck on the lava level. Now you're telling me the Genie level is 1,000 times harder? What kind of Mandela effect is this horse shit? And especially this part where I've been stuck on it for 5 goddamn minutes and I can't get up this fucking platform. Fuck! Shit! Ah, magic carpet cunts, come on! Well, that was a boo poop, I landed right on that! I'm actually struggling trying to get up this one fucking section and I can't fucking do it! God damn it! What the hell?
I don't think so. Not right now. You're getting your wishes, so sit down!
Okay, so after finally beating this stage of the game, while the level is a fun challenge, it is a little frustrating with balance issues. I thought the Genie was supposed to be helping you. Why does he have to give you obstacles where you could kill yourself? I mean, this shock alone is less, oh my god, he's dead, and more, holy shit, I did not think this through.
I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
I don't even want to know what's in that drug-inducing blue dust in the magic lamp, but Jesus Christ, Genie, you can't even design a level that's easy to frickin' beat! I don't even think Game Genie can help you with the frickin' Genie level! It doesn't help that I don't even have a Game Genie for the Super Nintendo, so just my fucking luck! Okay, well after that Blue Shroom fever dream, the next stage is a lot easier and a breath of fresh air, which is actually kind of a bonus bit in the story with Abu falling from the carpet and getting lost in an ancient pyramid. Now, while this never happened in the movie, it's still nice to return to form from stage 1 after what seemed like an eternity in the Cave of Wonders. To me, this is the equivalent of a filler episode in an anime. No advancements in the story, but more to give you a few XPs along the way. Not to mention, tease you with what enemies you're going to be facing next. It's almost like Aladdin stepped into the realms of Imhotep. Honestly, that actually would have been kind of cool to see. Well, speaking of XP, the next level is a much more soothing trek, with the iconic magic carpet ride with Aladdin and Jasmine collecting gems as the classic song plays throughout. Unfortunately, shit takes a turn for the worse as Jafar, one of Disney's greatest baddies, claims the lamp and takes Jasmine hostage, so the last 2 final levels involve Aladdin off to save her and his friends from the sorcerer's grasp. And considering how it's portrayed in the movie, it's kind of uncomfortable nowadays to watch.
It pains me to see you reduced to this, Jasmine. A beautiful desert bloom such as yourself should be on the arm of the most powerful man in the world.
Damn, Jafar, you got some kinks harder than Jabba the Hutt on Hentai Heaven. Is that why you turned into a snake at the end of the movie?
You stay out of this.
By the way, side note, do you ever notice how many Disney villains just eat apples? The Wicked Queen, Jafar, Captain Barbossa? Is that why Apple is always considered an evil corporation? They're just run by Disney villains? Well, to be fair, if you try to pronounce the word apple by taking your lips away, it actually translates to asshole. Oh, I get it now. No wonder half of America is all fucked up in the head. They've been eating too many apples.
The Lord is good to
Anyway, the stages are pretty easy, and you get a few new enemies with Iago and so on. My only problem is that the palace guards are now on Jafar's side, which doesn't really make any sense at this point in the story. I know at some points in the film they turn on Aladdin by orders of Jafar, but that was before his takeover. Aren't they supposed to be loyal to the Sultan or Jasmine?
Except my orders come from Jafar. You'll have to take it up with him.
Believe me, I will.
Well, to be fair, as a side note, the one character in the entire franchise that is honestly kind of a hidden dimensional character with a lot of depth is the Captain of the Guard, voiced by Jim Cummings. I mean, the whole franchise, he has a grudge with Aladdin, and even with him becoming a prince to Jasmine, he still hates the guy. Seriously, what's his deal throughout the entire series?
Well, I guess I'll have to settle for the Prince of Thieves.
Locksley! I'm gonna cut your heart out with a spoon!
Well, from my perspective, maybe this guy isn't really paid well and is kind of pissed off that someone of such lower class can rise up to the higher ranking while he's been working his ass off to where he's at. I don't know the full lore of this character, but it might be the reason why security in Agrabah is so poor come the sequels in the animated series.
Why a spoon, cousin? Why not axe? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more.
But back to the game. The final boss is of course Jafar, and once you get the patterns down, he's pretty easy to beat, especially when he pulls all the stops with thunder and shit. By the way, another audio compliment to the game is in its sound effects design. Again, Capcom has some great sound work in this game, and the sounds are as iconic as the game itself. From the action movements of Aladdin, the zooming floating of Jafar, and my personal favorite, the only line Aladdin says in the whole game. Whoa. Can you imagine going through your whole life and that's the only thing you can respond with? That would be like if... Really? I'm dead? Seriously, Genie? You couldn't let me win that fucking level? Okay, screw it. I'm gonna finish the review anyway, so might as well continue. Don't mind me, Genie. Don't mind me, Abu. I'm gonna just get an extra continue like you were offering. So what do? Do I pull this lever? Alright. Okay, holding on to this thing is not helping. Can you start the game up? Genie, seriously, your face is really creeping me out. Same with Abu. No, seriously, Abu, why does it look like you're having Vietnam flashbacks? If you think that's it for Jafar, he isn't done yet. The final boss of the game is Jafar going full-on Cobra Commander as you try to balance yourself on his tail and avoiding a floor of fire. They even make it more challenging by having the frame rate of the level go in and out in super slow-mo, which is really out of nowhere but surprisingly challenging. Once you figure out how to defeat him and knock him out a few times, the game ends with some great extensive cutscenes that complement the movie well.
Fucking you, bloody! Bloody! Bastard bitch!
Man, what a nostalgic adrenaline rush. Now, to be fair, there are other Aladdin video games out there, like the Sega Genesis version, and the re-release of the Super Nintendo game on the Game Boy Advance. However, those are of lesser quality than the original gem. Sega, while great graphics, lacks the fun and entertainment of the Nintendo version. I know a lot of people say this game is better because, as the guards say in the movie,
he's got a sword! Hey, you idiots! We've all got swords!
But honestly, Virgin has nothing against the Chad known as Capcom. And while the Game Boy Advance reissue is easy to play, lacks less of the charm of the original and feels slower in some instances. So my overall thoughts on Aladdin for the Super Nintendo is that it's not only the best frickin' game on the console, but it's also my favorite video game of all time.
What?
Wait, what?
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 What? What?
Where am I?
What?
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 Hold it! Let me explain. Now, while I do love me a good share of video games, I mean, look at the company of games I keep on me now. As a kid, I was very much a mild gamer. Hell, my first real game console was the PlayStation 1, and later on the Game Boy Color and the original Xbox. But my first real experience with video games was at my cousin's with the Super Nintendo. Every family get-together we played the system and enjoyed classics like Donkey Kong Country Trilogy and Super Mario All-Stars. As time went on, going to the likes of daycare, I played Super Mario World, and at a friend's house, other classics like Mega Man X and Batman Returns. However, despite those iconic games with their iconic video game mascots, Aladdin was probably my first game as a whole, and discovering the wonders and fun of picking up a controller and experience the adventures with Aladdin and Abu in the palm of my hands. Hell, when I didn't play, my cousin would pretend that the game was a two-player and I would be Abu in the game. It was a real turn-in in introducing me to video games and sharing a connection with a strong part of my family, and those memories of the mid-90s still stay with me and make the game that much more special. But beyond that, Aladdin has the most nostalgic value for me in terms of video games. Based on a kick-ass movie by Disney with colorful animated graphics, amazing music by Capcom, smooth controls, and overall non-stop replay value that I'd highly recommend at the highest ranks as the one game to own for the Super Nintendo, which sparked at the height of the console's success. I know a lot of people hold the Sega Genesis version higher because, again,
he's got a sword!
Hell, the game is so iconic that when Disney re-released their old titles on the latest consoles, they put the Genesis version on and people got so pissed off that they actually re-released it again with the Capcom version. And quite frankly, if you can get your hands on it, I would recommend using all 3 wishes to get the latest version of the game. Now, while I don't play new consoles, I would honestly play the shit out of that one. Aladdin is just a classic game and a fun magic carpet ride from beginning to end, coming in at a magical 10 out of 10. It's my favorite game on the Super Nintendo, and my favorite video game of all time, hands down, bar none. With the exception of Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. Maybe I'll talk about that someday, but for now, this game I'd highly recommend blowing the cartridge, putting it in the console, and play it all throughout the day and the Arabian Night. But of course I want to hear from you. What's your thoughts on Aladdin for the Super Nintendo? Do you like it as much as I do? Or do you think the Sega Genesis version is better? Let me know in the comments section below, along with your all-time favorite video game. So until the next video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms, signing off for now.
Hello?
Hi, is this the Hardcore Kid?
Speaking.
Yeah, this is fellow reviewer BigJackFilms.
Oh yeah, Huey told me about you. I was waiting for you to call.
Yeah, did the fictional dimensional transporter send Huey TOONMORE over to you?
The fictional what?
It's a... well, it was basically a hot tub time machine that allows you to travel to different fictional worlds.
Is that why my floor was soaked with all that power cell plasm crap when Huey showed up? It took me forever to get the stains out.
Put some Febreze on it, it should be fine. Anyway, Huey.
Yeah, he's still looking for his body, so I sent him over to Roshi.
Roshi? The turtle hermit?
No, the reviewer.
Oh, thank God, I was gonna ask you about that given I know a few people in Universe 7.
But I'm not gonna lie, he seemed really worried. I get the feeling that whoever took his body is someone who could do the same to others just like us.
You think it might be Count CGI? Well, given the multiverse is completely out of balance, it wouldn't surprise me. Wait, how did you get Huey over to Roshi?
Oh, don't worry. I got my own little portal device handy. It's all the rage in the reviewer-verse.
I can imagine after the plot hole debacle. But to the point, I was wondering if you have any old, outdated models. Not looking for any of the core power supplies, just more of a portable controller device.
Well, you're in luck, because I can send you one right away. It's an older model, still uses the shell of an old crappy monitor, but it still checks out.
Okay, send it in. I'm gonna patch you the coordinates. This'll do.
Hopefully that will help you out. If you need anything else, let me know.
Yeah, just tell my fellow reviewers that I'm alive and well. I'm just off grid until I can fix my own problems. Thanks so much, Hardcore Kid. Well, hopefully we can put this new piece into our tech in building the new machine. Now we just need to find Unit 205 soon.
Sir, you have an update from your hired official on his assignment of the King's Gauntlet.
Status.
He took off to South America a few weeks ago. No contact or response since his departure.
Shit, that's not good. With the enemy forces advancing and scattering throughout, there's no telling if he's even alive or not.
Might I suggest a secondary, sir?
Perhaps. Wayne left us some much-needed funding, more than what was required, so it wouldn't hurt to get some backup. I think I know just the person to help out. Greetings, ma'am. You wouldn't happen to be the infamous treasure-hunting mercenary?
Speaking.
I wish to remain anonymous. I have a little problem that I need taken care of. And as a token of my trust, I'm sending this for good measure.
It's a lot of money to just give away.
There's more where that came from, ma'am. It would definitely help finance your research.
So you have heard of my services?
I heard you were the best.
What's the gig?
There's a gauntlet that needs to be retrieved. We had a guy on it, but I'm not sure of his current status. It's located near an ancient temple near South America.
I've traveled from one side of the world to the other, and I've seen a lot of strange stuff. Why spend so much on what seems like such an easy job?
I'll double that. Plus a bonus if you make it back.
You're very generous. That gauntlet must be very important to throw that kind of cash at me.
Done. Who shall I make the money out to?
Croft. Lara Croft.